Whee!
Hi.
Yay.
No, you did.
Yes.
I'm angry at everything is bad, okay? My whole bullshit, everything has logged me out of everything, and now I have to
Boo,
log
hiss.
into Twitch so that I can make sure no one's jacking around in the chat. Yeah, but she can't ban them if they're bots, so that's what I'm here for. The bots won't feel bad. That's why they're bots. Sorry.
I was gonna say
I've met your mom, which is sounds like a bad your mom joke, but it's not. I have actually met your mom.
I met
IRL.
your mom.
Yeah, she's a lovely lady.
Oh, apparently they can't hear you.
Daddy. Womp womp.
Oh, poor Danny. I can hear Danny.
There
Oh,
we
no.
go. How about
Hells
that?
bells.
How about once again, OBS decided I don't have a microphone. What the?
Oh.
I may need to try to do an update. We will do it later.
Oh, the OBS updates lately have been kind of dangerous.
Well, I think that's why the mic turns off every time.
Yeah,
Every time I close it, it's like,
It's frightened.
I have scared it.
We did the State of the Chaos stream over on QNC, and we spent the first 20 minutes just trying to be heard because OBS decided to do an update.
Yep.
And we were just well,
it.
that does explain, that does like set the tone for what we're doing this year.
You know, chaos.
I entertained your chat with dad jokes for 20 minutes.
You did. It was I was watching the chat and occasionally chiming in, and if anyone in the chat spoke sign language, you could occasionally understand what I was saying.
But hey, we're back.
We're back.
Hey,
It's a
Hi,
new
friends.
year.
Newt.
It's something.
New year, more knitting.
Yes.
Huh. So, do I even... I'm not even going to bother asking how everyone is. That's just a loaded question these days.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go straight to the heart of the matter. How's your knitting? Is that a better question? Oh, maybe not.
Oh, you made the face.
He's on the struggle bus.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Tell us about it, E.
Okay, well, let me finish this row first.
Greg, start counting.
I can't because I'm trying to pick up a stitch for a make one left or right. I don't know which it is.
My least favorite
But
stitch.
there's a handy diagram in the...
There is.
Yeah.
So I'm
Left
coming
the
in.
oven on. You'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Yeah, right. I'm doing it right. But I'm splitting my damn yarn.
Oh,
There you go. I got it.
I thought you were professional.
But
I
I'm
thought
making
you
a
knew how to
sock. Tiny
do that.
oh,
Do
tiny
what?
little sock.
Okay.
I thought you were a professional, Greg. Shouldn't you
Wow.
not split your yarn? Like, isn't that a thing that you should know how to do?
I'm a professional designer, not a professional knitter.
I know. You're called the knitting daddy. So
Yeah, not
you
designing
have
daddy.
to- yeah.
But-
So you're supposed to be the professional knitter.
I like that
Okay.
Greg has that pressure, not me. That's fantastic.
Yeah, you're not the knitting mommy.
I am not.
To some, you may be, but not here.
She's Auntie Danny.
There we go.
And she loves to knit.
Yeah, but she doesn't have the knitting in her username like you do, Greg.
That's right. I do. I'm the knitting
Okay,
daddy.
I got to a stopping
Wait.
point. I make a
we all
glue.
catching strays over here. Ooh, those look nice.
These are similar to the ones I made a couple years ago for my very good friend Ashley out of the Beetlejuice yarn I got at SAF. Same pattern. I made the wrists a little shorter because I didn't want it very long. I'm struggling on the thumb because it's got the little flap on it so you can be free. And then there's a mitten top that goes with this, but I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm struggling because I finished it and then I tried it on and I was like, could have been a little longer, but I'll live. And then I tried doing the thumb thing and it was like strangling my thumb. And I'm like, oh dear. So I backed unfinished it and backed all the way up and then looked up how to do a stretchy cast on. Because you have to cast on a separate little flap and then work it in. So I think it's going to work better now. But this is essentially what I've been working on. You may recognize this yarn as being from my mystery kit from String Theory Colorworks. But I'm also using the contrasting for the fingers. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the mitten top in the contrasting color or continue with the stripes. I think I'm going to try to get the stripes to match.
Ooh. Okay.
Try.
Yeah. I think you should be able to.
But yeah. It's possible. Yes. Do I have enough yarn to do it?
Oh, yeah. That's
We're
always
gonna find out.
Yeah. So this has been my latest project. Before that, I was frantically crocheting wreath ornaments for my coworkers, and came in right under the wire. that turned out great. They were a big hit.
Good. Yeah.
But I do have a whole lot of the stockings I was working on before, but I'm going to work on those throughout the year so that I am not rushed next December.
That's a plan.
Good idea.
The whole reason I was rushed is because I was working on a paid project.
Yeah.
And money.
Money, yes.
And money.
Funny.
We do appreciate that stuff.
Get your bag.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
The most important pieces of paper in the world.
I too made a whole lot of a thing for holiday stuff.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I didn't actually keep any for myself this year. Normally I make an extra of whatever holiday card I make so that I can like file it away so I remember what I've done in past years so I don't like do the same thing again too quickly. And I didn't because I forget every year how many people are on my holiday card list. It's up to like 53.
Oh my Lord.
So this year I crocheted 53 snowflakes.
And they were beautiful, and I had it on my tree, and I loved it, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Mine arrived on the 26th.
I'm not surprised. I was pleased with myself that I got them all in the mail on the 24th. Or like sometime before that. Like my first batch was the international ones. And most of my Canadian folks still didn't get them until into the new year because Canada Post and US Post do not play well together these days.
And Canada Post has just been a hot mess these last couple of years.
Danny.
Yes, DB.
Did you send me one?
I did.
I think it might have gotten lost in the mail.
No.
It may show up in a month or two.
That's fine. I was just like, oh, what did Danny send to me? And then you were talking about snowflakes, and I went, I didn't get a snowflake. Wait a minute.
Well, I mailed to all of you guys at the same time. I put them all in the mail on the same day, figuring
Fucking Ohio.
They're not going to show up at the same time because much space and time, but you know. But yeah, I made 53 of these little snowflakes. I had started off, I found like 3 different patterns and I started alternating through them. But I was like, if I keep alternating, I'm not going to get the muscle memory and memorize the pattern fast enough. And I'm going to have to watch because I couldn't find a written pattern for these. I just found them as tutorials, video tutorials. I'm like, okay, I'm not watching a 20-minute video tutorial every time I need to make one of these. Because I have other things I want to watch or listen to. So that's after probably the first dozen, I decided, nope, we're going to make them all the same. So I picked the one I liked best, and that's one we did. But I made a lot of crocheted snowflakes in December. And then I did my Christmas Eve cast on. And I can't remember which podcast started doing that, but it was someone that I've listened to years ago, like probably a decade ago, who traditionally did her own Christmas Eve cast on. And the logic for her was she got to sit down after everyone else had gone to bed with her favorite hot beverage under the light of the Christmas tree and just have some time for herself. I'm like, well, it's not like I've got a whole bunch of people running around demanding my time on Christmas, but you know, I worked right up until the day before. So I cast on a thing that is theoretically going to be for me, but as so many things are, maybe co-opted by someone else because everyone loves my stuff. And that's okay. I don't mind.
You make beautiful stuff.
So this is the Ridgeline cardigan by Knititude. And it's going to be a very long one. I actually wore the same one when I came to visit Ren, but it was in gray. And it's the same.
I remember that one.
Super fluffy kind of yarn. I'm working down the side, and I am so pleased with myself for thinking of this. So this piece of string, I have cut to the however many inches the length is supposed to be before I do the next step. And I attached it to a stitch marker that is on my cable needle. So as I'm knitting, I'm pulling it down. And so when the end hits the armpit, I have knit enough rows.
That's so smart.
That's
I don't have to keep stopping to measure, because I hate stopping to measure, because I'm like, I don't know how long this is. It's probably about 12 inches, 13, 14 inches maybe. But I have to estimate, and this way I don't have to stop. And I know that when I hit the end of my little yarn, I'll be done for this part and I'll move on to something else. But still.
Did you come up with that yourself?
I had seen there is a company that does a stitch marker attached to a long actual measuring tape that has a slider. I'm like, well, I have some old measuring
DIY
tapes.
version.
Well, yeah, like I have some old measuring tapes that I could probably take apart, but that's going to be harder to mount onto something that will fit nicely. And I'll have to do like some calculations to figure out how far it is from the cable. This is very much a one and done thing. I bought this scrap. I'm calling it my scrap yarn. It is a ball of acrylic fingering weight that I got at the dollar store when I went to visit for Christmas in 2019. Thinking, you know what? If I didn't bring enough yarn, I could start something new with this. No, it's itchy and scratchy and acrylic crap, but it is fantastic for lifelines and for things like this. So it's my ball of scrap yarn, and it lives in my knitting cart. And so this is the thing that I've been working on most.
Sacrificial yarn.
It is utilitarian yarn.
Can you hold that up again, Danny? I just want to point out, she cast us on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
But honestly, this has been almost my only project.
I stand by my statement.
Yeah.
Okay.
You knit fast, and I'm always delighted to see that.
I do have one other project that I've been working on, because I have my new-ish, I still call it new, it's a couple months old now, position at work. And I am able to work from home occasionally. And because of all the bathroom bullshit, I've been working from home a little bit more lately, because we've had contractors in. And it's so close. So close. But anyway, because of that, I needed a space to work. And this background, while lovely, isn't really work appropriate. There's a lot of swearing and some things that, just aren't work appropriate. And that's fine. So I set up I call it the red room upstairs. It was originally going to be my office. And then when Jim moved in, it was a shared office. And then it was too warm for him up there, because we had 2 computers, and we'd actually moved the TV up there as well so that I could sit and watch TV while he was playing games. So we ended up moving his computer downstairs to the living room so that I could watch TV with him while he was playing games. It ended up becoming my craft room. But I left my old desk up there because it's heavy as all get out, and no one wants to move that. And I didn't really have a place to put it. So I've got all my knitting and stuff in that room. But with all of the bathroom bullshit, a lot of things in my house just sort of got shoved places so that we could pull everything out of all the bathrooms and out of all the hallways and out of half the bedroom so people could get into the one bathroom. And it was just very full of stuff. And so I've been cleaning it up and managed to find all of my old project bags. And because of the way things happened in the bathroom, I had this giant cabinet that had been in there that I didn't keep in there anymore because it was so big and dark. And I moved that into the craft room. And so I've moved all of my whips into that cupboard. So they're all in a cupboard together. So now when I want to do something, I am making myself start with the cupboard. And so I pulled out these socks that are going to be for Jim. And the pattern is Rebel Hero by Lisa K. Ross. It is one of her Star Wars patterns. that I started as a Socktober knit along 2 years ago, maybe 3. And I had done the toe and the first repeat of the little lightsabers.
Those are cool.
They're very cool, and it's a fun little dropped stitch thing or slip stitch pattern, and I'm really enjoying it. So I've pulled that back out, and I've done a little bit on these, but these are, I have to actually see what I'm doing for these because of the slip stitches. So I have to make sure that I'm actually in good lighting and wearing my glasses. And so they don't get worked on quite as much as the sweater that doesn't need the good lighting and glasses. But this is the other thing that I've been working on. So I've done probably 2 more repeats of the lightsaber patterns. So that is the second thing I've been working on, and it's living in a Halloween bag because it was a Socktober thing. But my plan is this year, as every year, my plan is to work through a lot of the projects that I have. But a lot of the stuff I've got, I'm still really excited about. Like, I want to finish these socks so that I can give them to Jim. I've got this shawl that I'm working on that's going to be a gift. And I'd really like to get that done so I can send it to the recipient. And I've got my Fortnite shawl that I still want to finish designing. And may or may not put out as a pattern. I don't know. We'll see how it ends up looking when I'm done with it. But I still want to finish it. Because then I know
in my brain it's Taylor Swift Fortnite, but every time I go, when did Danny get into playing Fortnite?
Ah, yes. Yeah, no, not that one. But yeah, that is what I've been working on. The sweater and a pair of socks.
We need the Taylor Swift and game crossover Fortnite shawl.
Oh. Look, I don't need more Taylor Swift.
Fortnite x Fortnite?
Yes. Oh, goodness. I may have a notes section in my app that is dedicated to like 3 more Taylor Swift based shawl designs that I've been thinking about because, yeah, she was on the top of my Spotify Wrap this year, and that's okay.
Yeah. She's quite the inspiring person.
Well, and she has such a huge range of music that stuff from her ends up on just about every playlist because there's something from her that's appropriate for just about every playlist I create. So that's how she becomes the most played artist, because something's everywhere. It's okay.
I don't do Spotify Wrapped because I don't listen on Spotify, but my YouTube music recap is always messed up because I use lo-fi beats from Give Heart Media for my streaming.
Right.
And so a couple of those songs always end up at the top.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, well, okay. Yeah. I do like them, obviously, because I listen to them.
It's just, not indicative of what you choose to listen to when you choose to listen for the sake of listening.
Right. That's mostly my Kelladry playlist and K-pop Demon Hunters.
Nothing wrong with either of those.
No.
So who else has been knitting?
Deebs, what have you been doing?
Staring into space.
I have knitted one thing, and that is a bag to hold 220 bracelets that I made for the event that I am at currently.
I was enjoying over in your Discord where you're giving count updates all the time.
Yep.
I mean, you would love that, wouldn't you, Greg?
I love the numbers.
Right?
Yes.
It's very satisfying to watch number go brr.
Yeah, so I basically knitted a giant dice bag. It is bigger than the one that E made me to hold all of these bracelets.
And how many did you end up with?
220.
Nice.
Out of 260 because I ran out of beads. And then we had a casualty today, so we're down by 1 that can't get handed out to people. That's okay. I handed it to a person, it exploded in the lobby, and I still think we're trying to find beads, so...
It was trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bead down, bracelet down, bracelet down.
It's okay. But I have plans to design my own patterns this year. Some plans to knit some things up. Planning on actually doing Eve's pattern that I'm supposed to be tested, like, what is it, like 2 years ago at this point? I don't know.
It's a fun pattern.
I'm sure it's a fun pattern. I'm just a bad test knitter, which is why when Danny called out for test knitters, I didn't sign up for that.
Honestly, the only reason that I did was because I was like, ooh, I know exactly what yarn I will use for this.
Uh-huh. Instead, I sent Danny a picture of the pattern because my friend is test knitting it, and I was in their house, and I was like, look at this cool pattern I found. But yeah, so not a lot of projects going on right now for me.
I mean, all of those bracelets, man.
It's a lot of projects. It's one thing a lot of times, which is still a lot of projects.
Yeah, and I gotta do it again in May.
You got
for May,
to.
not in May, for May.
You don't have to, you know.
I do. I do have to.
No, you
don't. I gotta.
Why?
Because I wanna. But
there
also I gotta.
Why do you gotta?
Because I'm an awkward turtle at these things, and it gives me something to talk to people with. So...
I 100% understand where you're coming from there.
It's nice to be able to give someone something and say, here. And they have to at least say, thanks.
Or no. Like, I don't...
Yeah, they have to say something, though.
I will not be offended if they're like, no, I don't want that. I'm like, okay, goodbye.
But then you have initiated a conversation.
And they'll remember you later.
Yes.
It's like a Telltale game.
Balls in their court.
Jasper, Jasper will remember that later.
Yeah. So, yeah, not a lot of projects happening right now, but, you know, well, there are other projects that aren't craft related happening right now, so.
Yeah, that's pretty much with all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg called me out while I was trying to sleep on stream.
I was just trying to help make sure we have a super engaging sort of thing, and I love hearing you talk about your stuff.
Well, no, you want me to, like, slip up and be a goof because of...
Well, I love that too. That's part of the reason I love hearing you talk about your stuff. I'm full of love. I'm full of something. So.
You're full of something. So full of shit, your eyes are brown.
Ooh. I'm full of having done some knitting over the past month or so.
Hell yeah, tell us about it.
I could talk about.
Yes,
so last time I talked about the cowl that I was working on.
Yes.
Out of the Leading Men Fiber Arts yarn, using the doodle decks.
Yes.
That were so cool. And so over the break, because I actually took a for real break from my day job, and for like a week and a half at the end of the year. It was great. Of course, we were traveling all over the state, you know, visiting family and everything, which I also love. But I didn't have to like log into work and all that stuff. So I had the brain space to like sit down and do color work again. So I've got it up, and it's really hard to tell what the motifs are and everything. You can see the bottom is like phases of the moon, and then this is a spider web, and then this is a spider up here.
I love that.
And some bats. Yeah, it was because it was the spooky deck, right, is what it was, or spellbound, the spellbound deck. And
you have to wear that with your Kirathungo shawl.
Yeah,
I demand it.
I will make you happy in that way.
Thank you.
So I was still trying to figure out: is it going to be a cowl? Is it going to be a hat? I was showing it to Meredith, and she wants nothing to do with it because she hates spiders. Blueberry, on the other hand, wants everything to do with it because she loves antagonizing Meredith with spiders. And so that's my girl. And so So anyway, I was asking her if she wanted a cowl or a hat, and she said hat. So I'll finish the motif I'm working on now, and then do some crown decreases, and we'll have a hat. So
I like it.
we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see
that
how
makes
that goes.
it a shorter project too.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so whatever. And then I really trust that when I block it out, like you can see all the puckering from my stranded knitting, that'll
That'll
even
block
out,
right
and
out.
that shit will block right out. And I also trust that the color will pop better.
Yeah.
Pam and I were talking when we recorded our last unraveling, that it might even be better if I flipped the colors and used the variegated as the background and then the solid gray as the pop.
Right.
Um, yeah, the good news is
Right.
if I make a hat, I still got this much left.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, Greg, can
Plus,
you hold it up a little higher?
yes, I can. Thank you. I still
Thank you.
got this much left. Plus a full another, and this is a 50-gram
Okay.
skein of the gray. So, so yeah. Um, so I'll do something else. I might make some mitts. I'll probably have enough to make some mitts, and then I will reverse the contrast, and so I'll reverse them, and we'll see. So that's
Okay.
fun. I knitted a pair of socks for my mom and gave them to her, so I don't have them. That was great. It was with yarn that she bought for me, or she bought for her, and said I would. She gave me the yarn and said I would like socks out of these, and I said okay, and that was fun. I made socks for her before with sport weight yarn, and this was fingering weight, so I actually traced her foot like in the fish
For the fish
lips
lips
kiss
kiss.
heel pattern.
Yeah.
So I've got a cardboard foot of for her and for Blueberry, and so yeah, so those came out real well, and so now I'm not I'm happy doing fingering weight on socks for my mom too. When I first started doing it, I enjoyed the sport weight because it was quicker, um, fewer stitches and everything. But I'm a
Yeah.
better knitter now than I was a few years ago. So, and I'm faster, and so it's
Okay, you're a
fun.
professional.
That's right. I
Yep.
was a professional then too, but whatever. Um, yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for the. I hold things up this high now. Um,
Yes.
Yes.
so, so this is a headband that I made that looks a lot like a sock. Um, and I cast this on later, and it was with the String Theory Colorworks yarn, so same kind of striping that E was showing us before, and it had the purple. This was out of a mystery bag also, and so
Is it
there's the
supposed to
heel.
be Mardi Gras theme?
It sure. It is it's on the ohm base. I've got its ball band here. It is the colorway is Tau Lepton,
Oh.
which is sciency because all of Caitlin's colorways are sciency, and it's a great adventure to like go onto Wikipedia when I look at one of the yarns and learn about what it is. It's one of the building blocks of atoms and the like. It's a heavier than an electron, but still like in the electron family. I don't know why it's this color, except for like some diagrams had the greens and yellows there. I liked it, but yeah, but I thought Mardi Gras as well when I opened it up. So I've got the second sock finished. I cast on the first sock during a meeting at lunch today, so I'm just got the toe. So that's what's happening there.
You had a lunch meeting? Boo.
Yeah. Oh, did I say lunch? No, I cast it on at a meeting, not at
Okay.
lunch. At
Okay.
work.
That's
I meant
fine.
work. Yes, I meant work. No, I was reading my book at lunch today.
Nice.
Good.
Yes.
So yeah. Um, so yeah, so I'm looking, that's all the knitting I have in front of me. Last time we did some dice advent calendar opening and stuff,
Oh
so I
yes.
put all my stuff and got like pretty dice and they have
Yes.
holiday things in them.
Those were
And so
very cute.
that was fun. And then the metal stuff. I don't have much in the way of metal dice, so it was kind of
No.
fun to get some metal dice in there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go through. So I also had that same dice advent calendar, and I just put them all into the bag that came with it. But
Yep.
I think what I'm going to do You made that face.
I just hate the idea of metal dice being in the same bag as non-metal dice. That
Well,
hurts
I mean,
me in every possible way.
It's for like a couple of weeks, and it's in a bag that is mostly just sitting on my table to collect the set.
Totally understand that. Yeah. I just have an instinctive reaction that our friend Thomas has when he talks about metal dice, scourge of the industry.
Yes. But my plan
I have several sets. I like them, but
yeah, they're great, but they're rough on the other dice.
Yeah.
So I think they don't play well with others.
No. My plan is to pull out the ones, like there is a full set that are Christmassy themed ones with little critters inside, and I'll put those back into that bag. Yeah, like Batman. And then the rest are going to go into my my dice bag of holding, the one that I designed.
Hey.
Because they don't match.
Yeah.
They don't match at all. And so they're going to go into the separate sections, so I've got like 30 D20s to choose from if I need them.
Yep.
Which advent calendar is this from?
So this was the fan roll one.
Yeah, fan roll.
So that was the fan roll one. I also did the Chessex one, which I got, and they had little containers for them as well. And so like the fan roll, like you were saying, Danny, it had like one full set of 7 and then a bunch of random.
Yeah.
And then it also had the tinies, right? Yeah. I haven't even taken them out of the plastic there, but yeah.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. And then Chessex, they had 2 minis that are a set, and then all of the rest of them were also like, I think 1, 2, 3. I got 3 full sets of 20, a full 3 sets of 7.
That's nice.
And then some extra random stuff, like a handful of D6s, and then a couple of something else there. Yeah. But the thing I like about the Chessex though is they I got last year's. I got last year's a couple of months ago, and then I got this year's. And they had a big dice, and like last year it was a 20-sided. It was one or the other, and then the other year it was a 12-sided. So it's like the lump of coal dice, and so it's kind of coal looking. They're bigger, but I'm like, they've got a 7-year plan to give me a complete set, and now I've got 2 of them, so I'll be buying Chessex sets for at least the next 5 years.
There you go.
And because got to get them all. Yeah, they're smart folks. So. And Lady Bedivere's in the chat talking about some of the ones that she got, and maybe I'll have to get. I got 2 dice calendars this year. Maybe I'll have to get 3 or 4 next year. Who knows?
I mean, Emberglow makes very good dice. I got a set of those for Christmas. They're very solid dice.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with Dicebound, but
we got Blueberry. They called it an Advent dice calendar, but it was it had 12 dice, so it was like a 12 days of Christmas, which was great because we gave it to her for Christmas and she was able to do it between Christmas and Epiphany.
Okay.
So
that's more acceptable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just a little bit annoyed that like they market it as an Advent calendar. Yeah. But whatever. I mean, I really don't look to like Wizard of the Coast for like theological calendar correctness.
No,
so,
I mean,
so that's fine. But yeah, so it was the Frost Maiden one. So it was all like the cold Icewind Dale setting type of stuff and whatnot, and so that was a ton of fun.
That's right. You got it because of what it was called for Blueberry.
Yeah. So that was tons of fun, and she enjoyed opening that up, and it came with a tray as well. It had a bag and the dice and a tray, so it was like great for like someone who is just starting in their dice goblin journey.
We should maybe not show her my collection. Don't want to have.
No, it's fine.
I'm going to show her my collection.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I
we encourage
fully
this?
support.
Okay.
I fully support all of this.
I stopped counting last year with like 900 dice.
Yeah.
Dice.
Cool.
Dice. Yes.
Dice.
Brain is turning off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Die is
is
singular,
one.
dice is
Yes.
plural.
Yeah. Around 900 is where I stopped counting.
That's cool. You should count another 100 so you get at least 1,000.
I should.
So,
I mean, I'm sure I've acquired that many since.
I'm sure you've got them. Right.
I just stopped counting because that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Well, now you got to start from the beginning. Start
What I
all
need
over.
to do is finish making little containers for all of them because
Yeah.
my dice play better for me when they each have their own little home.
Mm-hmm.
Like a special little bag made just for them, and they like me more.
When I'd been printing out those dice books that like you showed us, and so I've got like about a dozen. Yeah, that I've got about a dozen of those, and I printed out the one that's a dice tower also. So
Yes,
so
you have. I have mine right here.
Oh yes, that dice tower too.
Yes.
So yes, and yeah, that was
That
fun.
has my name printed on the lid.
Which is
Yeah.
so exciting.
Yeah,
I love
I-
this. It's
Thank
very
you.
cute.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
did mine and put
I
Knitting
completely
Daddy on
forgot
it.
to like message you and say thank you because
Oh,
it
you're
was
welcome.
the holidays and confusing
It's
and
craziness. Yeah,
dark and dangerous, but I appreciate it so much.
I was happy to do it. I wanted to share dice towers with everybody, and it was an excuse to learn how to like put writing, custom writing on stuff I was printing out. So anyway. And I love that tower. I was like, I think we have 4 of these towers in our house because I printed out a couple for Blueberry, and I've got one for me before I learned how to put my name on it. Then I printed it again with my name on it, and it's a fun tower. All right. Well, the last thing I want to share, it's also not knitting related. It's more on the crits related. But I had backed on BackerKit last year a Goodman Games thing where there was the opportunity for backers to submit a 2-page dungeon crawl, and they accepted mine, and they paid me for it and everything. And the PDFs have been delivered as part of that campaign, and the physical books are scheduled to come out in the next month or two. But I was really excited when the PDFs came because I got to see how they laid it out, because I just sent them a Word document, and they got to lay it out, and they commissioned art for it and got a real map drawn and everything. And so I was like, this is great. And so and of course they didn't work with me on that. They just do their thing. I mean, they bought the story from me. It's theirs. They just do their thing. And so I'm like, oh, this is great. I figured out who the artist was by looking at his signature and everything and the credits in the book. And so I contacted him to say, hey, I wrote the story that you did the art. I wrote the adventure that you did the art for that. If you still have it and sell original art, I would love to purchase that. And he said, yeah, sure. Let me go to the basement. And he went and dragged it out. And so it showed up, a couple of weeks later. And so I'll show you the art. So the
Oh my gosh!
yeah,
Look at that
So, like,
guy.
He's so mean.
yeah, in the middle of the adventure, there's a Grick Alpha. So this isn't even like the main guy that you get. And so this is William McAusland is the artist, and so he drew a Grick Alpha, and it's really cool. And then he also made the map. So,
Yay!
So good.
Oh, as it disappears
Yeah.
entirely.
oh, sorry. Oh, there you go. There you go. Maybe like that.
That's so cool.
Yes.
I love that. And I love that you were able to like directly support the artist that way and get the
Right.
art for your thing.
Yeah.
That's
So I mean,
so
Goodman
neat.
Games paid him for the art that that shows up in the book, but he keeps the originals, and like who's going to buy a map, other than like the guy who wrote the story for it. But like, I mean, this he could, if he was at a con or whatnot, he could have that on his table to sell. But I'm like, heck yeah, I'm getting it. So I told Meredith that's what I wanted for Christmas was her to handle the logistics of getting it framed nicely and everything, because she's really good at that sort of thing, and I'm not. So I was really excited with that. So of course, obviously, I have spent more money on purchasing the original art and will be getting it framed than they paid me to write the adventure, but I don't care.
That doesn't matter.
So So it's cool. And I'm looking forward to the physical books coming out so I can like actually see it in print. I mean, seeing it in a PDF is cool,
Yeah.
but seeing it in like for real print was the same when I got the stuff published in the knitting book. So it was wild.
Very cool.
So that's my stuff. I'll quit talking now.
No, you are so good, Greg.
Yeah. I could talk about how my favorite holiday is coming up.
Alondra asked when is the Dice
Administrative
Tower
Professionals Day?
When is the Dice Tower with random numbers? When do we get those? Well, Alondra, that's a great idea. I will get right on that.
That is such a good idea.
It really is.
Yes. That reminds me at TTP RPG game day, all the letters day last year. Blueberry and I got a little card that was an emergency D20, and it had hearts. It was an emergency D20, where it's like a scratch off card, and it'll give you a number between 1 and 20, so you could just like keep it in your wallet or your purse or whatever. And you need thumbs up. Thumbs up. So yes, I will work on random number dice towers. That'll be fun. No, my favorite holiday is Valentine's Day, only because the best candy is available at Valentine's Day. The Necco Wafer Sweetheart is the absolute best candy ever made.
I thought I was the only one who liked those.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. I
have found the Brock's to be superior.
Oh, you're wrong.
Oh.
They don't hurt my mouth as much.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's true. They are
the texture is
they are
different.
softer. Yeah. No, and you know, and I'm sorry to say you're wrong for the food that you like, because it's wrong for me, but you do you. And if we're ever at the same place at the same time, and there's a bowl of Necco hearts and Brock's hearts, we won't have to fight over them. We can share. Yeah, so Necco hearts are my favorite candy, and for years I was sad that I could only get them at Valentine's Day, and then I realized that Necco wafers exist that I could get all year round, but it's not the same. The texture is a little bit different, and so yes. So anyway, so I got the Necco hearts in the bag from the drugstore earlier this week, and they just hang out, and then my real favorite time is like February 16th, when they're all like 75% off.
Oh yeah, no, definitely the best holiday is heart-shaped candy half-off day, or 75% off day.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
It's a gamble.
I grew up on Necco wafers, because every Tuesday I went to a different church than I went to growing up for Awanas. I don't know how many people know what Awanas is. And right next to that church was
I don't know, but I wanna.
It stands for Approved Workmen Are Not Ashamed. It's a Bible club. And I was in it from like age 5 until like 14 when I graduated out with my Timothy Award. I memorized a lot of Bible verses in that, and that helped me win an argument with my dad once, because we were arguing over something in the Bible, and I went storming out, grabbed the Bible, and I knew exactly where to go, slammed it open in front of him, and said, "There." He didn't speak to me for the rest of the day, but I won. But the gas station right next to that church sold Necco wafers, and I was the only one who liked them, so I would spend my spending money on them, and my siblings wouldn't steal them from me.
That's great.
You know, it's important.
Natural anti-theft device.
Yeah, I think that's why I like a lot of the candy that I like, honestly, because I got ragged on this year for liking candy corn.
I love that stuff.
A lot of people around me don't. And so I get all of it, because I enjoy it when I get the candy that other people don't steal from me.
Yeah. I did discover freeze-dried candy corn this year. And I actually like that even better.
Puffed. Oh, yeah.
Because it's got the flavor, but without the texture that sticks to my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Lady Bedivere, we are the ones who keep candy corn in business.
My mom is responsible for the pumpkins, though.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, those are hers.
Also nasty like candy corn, but whatever. Y'all do you.
Autumn makes life.
I do like the freeze-dried stuff though. Freeze-dried Skittles are the best.
Ooh.
I
Those
don't
Skittles are
understand
so
those.
good. They're so
I
good.
truly do not understand freeze-dried candy. I've had a couple of them, and I'm like, the texture is just odd to me.
Oh,
Yes.
see, it resembles there's a chocolate bar. It's called a Crunchy in Canada, and the texture of the freeze dried stuff is the same sort of texture as the inside of the Crunchy bar,
Yeah.
and so it's something that I've grown up with. I'm familiar with.
Okay,
Right.
sure.
Yes. I think I've had a crunchy at an Irish dance competition. Like,
Yeah,
I think
so
it's
good.
European too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
very British and
Yeah. One of
British
the vendors
Isles.
brings Irish candy to the stuff, and I get real good stuff. I like it.
yeah. Every once in a while, some of my UK friends will send me stuff from them. Sash sent me some once. It was fantastic.
Yeah, the like bugles with chocolate on them.
Oh, so many good things.
He sent it was a huge bag of them, and so I wound up just taking that to all of my holiday parties that year.
Yep. Well, because otherwise you're going to make yourself sick on them.
Right. I actually had the same policy. So I went to my Laurel's house for Christmas and was hanging out there, and my Laurel's wife likes to give us these. She calls them stockings. What they are like those square pillowcases, full of all sorts of stuff. And there's some little like toys and things in there that are cute and fun. I got a 3D printed long cat, which I love and rides in my car. But most of it's candy. And it's good candy. Like, it is high quality stuff for the most part. But I'm like, A, I want a medical trial that reduces the amount that I actually like want to eat at all.
Right.
B, even if I wasn't, I wouldn't eat all of this candy. And then I had the light bulb go on in my head because like the day after Christmas, I had my medical trial appointment. So I filled a gallon-sized Ziploc bag with about half of that candy, took it and dropped it on the reception desk and said, "Here, there's like 30 of you here. Help me eat this."
Yep.
They were very happy. I was sitting in one of the appointment rooms and listening to them just going nuts over it and be like, "Oh my God, I love this kind of candy."
Yay. Excellent.
Well, Rin, what have you been working on?
The Eternal Blanket, mostly.
Woo!
I'm in the last color change.
That's
I'm not gonna
exciting.
I'm not gonna hold the whole thing up because it's gonna
is
be
a
as
lot.
tall as I am almost.
Nice.
It's gonna, my niece will not be lacking for a blanket to actually keep herself warm with.
Yay.
But yeah, I'm getting toward the last part of the dots that join. Ooh. Greg turned his camera off and it surprised me. The dots that join the hearts. So I'm doing that for the blue, and then I have one more heart to do for the blue, and then I'm into the salmon, and that will wrap everything up, and I'm very
Yay.
happy about that because this part is where I have 3 skeins going at a time. So if you see me like winding a ball of yarn,
Yeah.
it's specifically because I'm having to deal with the tangle.
But so
I'm
close.
also I'm so close. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I wanted to have it done for Christmas, but I also just want I was also away from the house a lot, and this is too big to comfortably carry most places.
Yep.
Unless I can bring the whole knitting basket in with me, which I did on New Year's Eve. Like, I took it with me for a New Year's Eve gathering because it was, quiet, low key,
Yeah.
and could just like sit there with my knitting in my lap and not worry about it. But I have my travel knits packed up because I'm going to Idaho tomorrow. So I have the scarf and the smaller version of this blanket that's still only 1 skein in.
I'm so sorry you have to go to Idaho.
Yeah, fair. I'm visiting my friend Dane and his wife. That's where they decided to buy a house for some ungodly reason. And because they bought a house, they're poor, so they
Right.
so I go visit them. But we're gonna go see a drag show this weekend, and I'm super excited because I've never been to a drag show. So yeah, the non-binary scarf and the smaller blanket are packed up for that. And then when I get back, I have the test knit for you, Danny. That I have the needles and the yarn sitting out, ready to cast on and go. I'm gonna be that little diagram of the make left and make right makes sense, but I'm also gonna watch a video of how to do it.
Definitely, yeah.
I will say
like,
that
the diagram kind of makes sense, but I need to see it in action, you know?
For this pattern, if you get it mixed up, it's fine as long as you do the same one every time.
Okay.
The only reason I did it as a make one was because a yarn over would add an extra eyelet.
Yeah.
And because the pattern is very eyelet heavy, I didn't want that along the edge. So
yeah, I do like the look of the yarn over knit two together thing, because that's what I did for my nephew's blanket that he absolutely loves.
Oh, good.
So like I like the look of it, but yeah. So yeah,
oh, go ahead, man. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I'm sorry I turned my camera off briefly and scared everybody or whatnot.
It startled me a little.
Yes, but I saw Megan, and it looks like that she's off to her knitting group, was talking about the fruit pastilles. I don't know, pasties. I have some of those.
Oh, hey!
Nice.
I picked them up at one of the dance competitions, and I don't particularly care for them. So
that's fair.
I tried some, and obviously I must have picked up two containers of it, and so I ended up bringing the other one back. So I just noticed it was still in the kitchen or whatnot. I was I can have that. So
I love that.
Yeah.
For other crafting stuff, the gods are telling me that this is the year that I get to learn crochet, because my brother gave me a Star Wars like little character crochet kit.
Yep.
And Alondra gave me the Lord of the Rings Wooble kit, the big one.
Oh,
actually.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That'll be
Yes.
So I'm going to learn to crochet, which I'm honestly really excited about it, because it's weird that I was the one who picked up knitting, because my mom and my sister both crochet. I randomly took knitting lessons from a lady at my church. And I don't know why I decided to do that. I think I did it before my mom really got back into crochet. So I guess I just hadn't seen her do stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I will say that having crochet as an option is really fantastic, because there's some things that are just so much easier and faster to do as crochet. Like all the little snowflakes were crochet.
Sure. And that's actually one of the reasons why I want to learn, is to be able to do little stuff like that and amaguri.
Yep. I also like adding crochet edging to knit shawls, because I find crochet lace to be, I feel like I can get much more intricate in terms of like shaping of a crochet lace without screaming as much. And
that's fair.
When you do screw it up, you just pull out to the one stitch that is weird, and then you go back and you've just got one stitch to deal with. You're not tinking back 37 rows. But again, when you make a mistake, if you notice it, you have to pull out everything. You can't just drop down. So
well, and that's one of the reasons why my brain has difficulty with crochet, because like with knit, it's all right here. If I make one, I know where it came from.
Yeah.
If I drop one, I see where it went.
For my brain, harder to tell with crochet.
Yeah, for my brain with crochet, it's like, what fucking loop am I going into? Because I've watched people do it. I kind of understand like the mechanics of it at this point, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, how do you know what loop to go into? There's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Right next to each other.
Yeah. It definitely takes a different set of brain parts than knitting does. But it's really handy to have as an option for stuff.
Yeah. And I do want to do it because it looks really fun.
I've learned enough to know how to do like edgings on knit hats and things like that. And I did a Woobles kit. I used to have it over here. It was a little bunny.
A
And
bunny.
yeah, it was really cute, and it was a lot of fun. And I love the way the Woobles teaches you how to crochet, so that's great. But I just don't do it enough to like remember it, so I always have to look it up every time and whatnot. But I do one of the things I do like about crochet is especially for like anything that you want some 3D-ness to it. A lot easier to get shaping in crochet to behave how you want it to than you do with knitting. Knitting's great for rectangles.
Yep.
Yeah.
And tubes. Rectangles and tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking over there. I've got a little, I've got a little crocheted dinosaur toy, and it would take a lot more brain power to make that into a knit.
Yeah, and I do want to make like stuffed toys. I have small children in my family, and while I'm happy to make them bigger things, it takes me forever.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can make that sort of thing faster once I get crochet.
Once you get comfortable with crochet, it is actually a lot faster than knitting.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a video on that just like 2 days ago, where the woman did a 4x4 square in knit and a 4x4 square in crochet, and the crochet took her 10 minutes and the knit took her 22 minutes.
Yeah, and that makes total sense with the mechanics of it, like
Yeah.
just strictly the biomechanics of it, especially like because I haven't learned picking instead of tossing.
Right.
I'm getting pretty fast with knit, but it'll never be as fast to make the same thing. Like I watched my mom turn out crochet blankets.
Yeah.
And
I
over
can make
like
a crochet baby blanket so much faster than a knit one.
yeah,
But
like
it also eats up your yarn.
well,
It uses about twice as much yarn, if not more, than knitting something of the same size.
Yarn shop owners love crocheters more than they love knitters for that reason.
Okay, so now you've got knit, you'll have crochet. Do you spin?
I have done some spinning because I'm in the SCA.
Right.
Like you're around people who do spinning all the time. I've done a little bit of that. I have an inkle loom to make like trim.
Okay.
Because that stuff's cool. I also have I have a Kumihimo wheel and a Lucet.
Nice.
Because I pick up these random crafty fiber things at when people are getting rid of them because their ADHD fixation dropped.
Yeah.
So I've picked them up. They're sitting in my closet, and after I do crochet, I think Lucid is another thing I want to do because in the SCA, a lot of our little awards are strung on those sorts of cords.
Okay.
And if I can make a bunch of them and give them to the principality or the kingdom.
Yep.
Null binding I have seen people do. I'm interested. I have no concept of where to even start with that.
Yeah, I have not tried that one. Tatting. Have you done tatting?
I have not. I've done a little bit of felting, which satisfies me deeply because I love stabbing things with a lot of needles over and over again. It just satisfies me deeply.
I try not to stab things. DB doesn't let me. But I do have a needle felting kit that I plan to do at some point. Just not
excellent.
Not
by
alone.
yourself.
Yeah, not by myself.
You need to be supervised.
I do. Look, I had blood drawn today, and I had to look far away and talk very loudly to the technician who was drawing my blood so that I'd ignore everything going on over here. It was fine.
Completely valid. I had blood drawn today too. I think it's the only time that I haven't felt it. I was like, you're good.
Yeah.
You should do all of my draws.
Yeah.
Last time I gave blood, I had a trainee.
Oh no.
No, he did really well. He
good.
just whoop, put it in there, and I was like, "Wow, 10 out of 10 would be stabbed by again." And he thought that was hysterical.
I love that.
That's excellent. Yeah, I've done inkle loom stuff before, because I I'm familiar with the concept. A very dear friend of mine who moved to the UK recently got her laurel in weaving. So like I've been around weaving for a lot of things. I just haven't gotten super into it myself, mostly because looms are huge.
Yes.
Normal looms
Yeah.
are flippin'
Yeah.
enormous.
Yeah.
And I
You
don't
get a
have
small-
that kind of space.
You can get a small rigid handle. That's what I've got. Like a 22-inch cricket rigid heddle, and you can do small things, scarves and table placemats and things like that with it. But
Oh, cross stitch. Yeah, that's the other one that I
Yes.
want to do because I picked up a set of like 4 Disney prints at a con.
Ooh, fun.
And I wanna do them. They look like fun. I did the very basic cross stitch as a child.
I need to
So-
finish my cross stitch projects.
Lady Bedivere, have you seen the guy on TikTok that has like the big magnifying glasses that come down so he can do his cross stitch and not be in like shrimp mode?
I
That
love
sounds
that.
amazing.
I will
He's
take
like
you
this
up on
big
that,
burly
Lady Bedivere.
dude too.
I love that. I will have to
I,
look and see.
there is something just utterly charming about big burly men doing traditionally female pursuits. It makes me it just warms my heart. It makes me happy.
little heartwarming happening over here.
Yeah, we call that heartburn, Greg.
Aw.
Burn makes it warm.
Burn, baby, burn.
Oh, I love my friends.
I have one more thing I forgot, but then Greg mentioned Advent and the 12 Days of Christmas. I got Forbidden Fiber Company's second year in the row Hobbit set. And now I'm blurry.
I saw that advertised. How is it?
Good. I haven't used my yarn from last year, but I now have more. And
Yay!
I'm thinking they're probably going to do a third year because the 3 movies. So I'm thinking I'll put all of it together and maybe I'll have enough for a sweater.
Ooh.
But like there's some really beautiful jewel tones this year. Like here is Bard
Oh,
Ooh.
beautiful.
I like-
and Smaug.
I
Ooh.
love
I am
that.
fire. I am death.
Wilderland. It's a really nice purple.
Love that.
That's a beautiful purple.
Yeah. No, there. Of course, there's 12, so I'm not going to show
Of
you all
course.
of them. But like cute bag, little dragon stitch marker,
Yeah.
lots of other little tchotchkes in the box.
I love
Um,
that.
I like it.
They always have like little. Well, always I've gotten 2. The 2 times
Okay.
I've gotten them, they've had like little
that's
cute
always.
extras in there.
2 out of 2.
Yeah, like last year there was a water bottle that I still use, and like a Shire scented candle, which just smells like flowers. So I just kind of keep it on my desk unlit because it's very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
This year
that.
there was like a little jar of fancy honey and some like
Aw.
stuff you put in your bath, and it's nice.
I mean, of course there was honey. There's Bjorn.
Yes,
Yeah.
there was a bear paw back scratcher.
Excellent.
Man, I need to try and get
Was
another.
was it like this?
Yes.
I actually get given these because these are great for moving minis around on the QNC table when I can't
Oh.
reach because I have short arms. And when I'm GMing, I need to be able to move things. So this is like my I just had the word. There's a word for like war game moving things.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's not it.
Yeah, it's almost like a pointer thing because teachers
Yeah.
used to use it too, like in classrooms and whatnot when they're gesturing to things around the room.
Before the advent of the laser pointer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm too drunk for this. I can't tell you. Good God.
I am watching you over the course of the stream has just absolutely been delightful.
Oh, just slowly zoning in and out as time goes on because I am full of alcohol. Yeah. Great times.
For us, yeah.
Sorry.
delightful.
What did you have more of the thingies? Okay. I also forgot that I made some things over the Christmas holiday. I took 6 weeks to make 2 scarves.
Nice.
Good
Nice.
job.
That's
One of
fast.
them
That's a decent
was-
clip.
Yeah. One of them was the giant shining scarf that looks like the carpet, and it was
Yeah.
given to my father-in-law, who went, "Oh my god, this is so cool." And I went, "Haha, he is a person that gets knitted things."
Yes, we love
And
that.
then the other one,
He is knitworthy.
yeah, the other one was a more simple scarf. It was just like a solid purple, but it was a really rich purple. And that was for my mother-in-law, and she absolutely loved it. And I went,
Oh, yay.
success, knitworthy.
Love that.
Amazing.
I
makes
love
me
you
so
too,
happy.
Lady Bedivere.
We've hit that part of the drunken night.
Well, she said it first, so now here I am saying it.
Oh.
Ugh.
I just love you guys.
But speaking of knitworthy folks, you remember the little truck sweater that I had knit for my friend's
Yeah.
little boy. I got a picture just the other day of Gus wearing the sweater because he picked it out because he wanted to wear his truck sweater. I'm like, oh, I'm making you everything, kid. You're getting
I
all
am
the stuff.
dying of the cute.
This child is getting a truck sweater every year until the day
He's
he
getting
dies.
so much stuff. Well, and he also, I keep getting pictures of him carrying around the little axolotl that I made for him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
So
about that.
it's one of his favorite toys. I'm like, oh, I love it. So yeah, I love it when people are knitworthy.
Yes.
There is as you stare at the sweater that I'm wearing, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, not at
It's
all.
so soft and wonderful.
Yay.
I was gonna wear the shawl that you made me for this event. However,
Oh no, does something happen to it?
no, the shawl is fine.
Okay.
The shawl is
Okay,
fine. The shawl
You
is
just gave
fine.
her a heart attack.
I am in Milwaukee.
Oh, you need something
I
warmer than
can't
that.
even walk around this hotel without a hoodie on.
Gotcha.
I don't know how I'm gonna wear the stuff that I brought for the characters. I'm gonna freeze to death. I hope everybody's okay with that.
I mean, I'd prefer you to not die. Just saying.
Yeah, don't freeze.
I've lived a good 34 years. It's fine.
No,
34 and a half at this point.
You have to get to my age.
The problem
You
is
have to
when
get to
you just
my
keep
age.
getting older.
Which is going to keep. Yes, that target's going to keep
target
moving.
keeps moving.
Correct.
No.
Uh-huh.
I knew what I said.
Uh,
The other day at work, somebody they were gonna do something, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get down there and do it for you. I'm still flexible, but February 1st, it's over because then I'll be 35 and I won't be flexible anymore."
It's accurate.
my flexibility went out the door. What was it, like 2 weeks before my 30th, when my back was like, "Fuck you!" in particular.
Oh.
I've never been incredibly flexible, but I can at least still get off the floor.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. As I'm sitting here, like, trying to straighten my legs, and they're saying no. I started going to the
I sit
gym.
crisscross applesauce almost exclusively, so I can still do that.
Yeah.
I used to be able to sit crisscross applesauce, and that was how I always sat. And then I fucked up my knee almost a year and a half ago, and I'm just starting to be able to get back to sitting crisscross applesauce.
It is so cold in our office that I sit with my legs all the way scrunched up into my chair,
Oh.
and my not my manager, but one of the managers in there is like, "You okay there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if you'd let it get hotter in here, I'd be great."
Yeah.
If you're gonna force me to be here,
They got me a heater for my desk.
Oh.
you know.
It was so cold on Tuesday that I had it sitting on a cabinet, and I was like touching it, trying to warm up my hands.
Oh.
Just like put it there a little bit, take it away, because I didn't want to burn myself.
Sorry, that sucks.
It's
For-
what it is. What it is. That's what you get for living in Northeast Ohio, where the weather's like.
For my Salesforce gigs, one of my team members, she has the right idea. She has it written into like her contract that there is a specific heater that travels from Salesforce event to Salesforce event specifically for her. And one of the team members is very sweet and just sets it up for her and makes sure that it's there for her.
Aww.
And I'm over here like, that's very smart. Should I start writing that into one of my writers?
Yes.
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 Do it.
Because like convention centers are either swelteringly hot because they haven't turned the AC on, or I'm sitting directly under a vent and I'm freezing. Like I have fingerless gloves with Sherlock quotes all over it that is just live in my work backpack.
Yep.
Because my hands are always cold, and I'm a teleprompt operator. My hands cannot seize up.
Yeah.
I am in so much trouble if my hands stop working.
Yeah. Oof. Oof.
Yeah. Our company should just like get a bunch of heaters for the people who have to sit still all the time.
Yes.
It's for like we have roaming teams and people who are out on the floor and whatnot, and they're moving around enough that they don't get cold.
Right.
But those of us who have to be in one spot for 10 hours.
Yeah. They need to take better care of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think we hit everything, didn't we?
Feel
I got
like
nothing.
We're gonna have such a hard time when we get back to actually playing the game because we're used to just bullshitting for like an hour and a half now.
I mean,
well,
we had a lot to catch up on this time.
We did. We had a lot
we had a longer break between
That's true.
episodes. Like we'll have less to talk about in 2 weeks.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh gosh. And on that note, I think it probably is time to just say goodnight. It's been lovely as always, but we will be back in 2 weeks for another Just the Knits. And we got stuff coming up, but you'll hear more about that as stuff comes up. So yeah,
Stay tuned!
Stay tuned. And yes, this was the first Crits&Knits stream of the year. We will be back for the second one in 2 weeks.
We love you too, Lady Butterbeer, and all of our viewers.
Maybe
We
we'll
love
have
you,
all of
chat.
us here.
I'm
I'm gonna try to be here.
Exciting.
I'm going to try and strong arm a certain eldritch horror that we haven't seen in fucking months.
That
Yeah.
would be fun. We
I
shall
was hoping
try.
he'd walk in as this was happening. I could just grab.
Nah, we didn't talk long enough, but that's okay.
It's okay.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out, and we will be back in 2 weeks' time. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.